Friday nights, Northwest Georgia, Mike Atwater, Rome Elite Sports, Lawrence Morgan, Northwest Georgia Football.us. We're live today. We're going to be we're at Unity Christian. For those you don't know about 8-man football, on this show today, you'll find out. We're at Unity Christian High School. Lawrence, what's up, man? We're in a whole new world today.
A whole new world, man.
Here at Unity Christian.
I had to do some research last night, man, on 8-man football. I've never seen 8-man football. I didn't know the rules, but I got it now.
Shout out to Unity Christian, man. We live here at Unity Christian. They got like a football/basketball practice going on right now due to the rain. But we're gonna get into some 8-man football in a minute with Coach Ackerman over at Unity Christian. Let's talk about our regions that we cover here. 11-man football, and in 6A, so it got kind of tight.
Yeah.
Creekview is edged back in the playoff race.
Oh yeah.
With Dalton, Sequoia, Harrison, and Alatoona kind of has locked up the region. A couple of weeks ago, we thought Dalton was gonna lock up a playoff spot. Ain't it simple now?
It's not. Yeah. If Sprayberry beats Creekview and Dalton loses to Alatoona, Sprayberry gets a 3 seed, and Dalton will get the 4 and have to travel to Decula in the first round.
So Dalton is still good with a spot.
Yeah.
Because I think Creekview are 3-2 in the region, as well as Sequoia and Dalton. But I guess Dalton has the tiebreaker.
Yeah. The way it works out is whoever loses the Sprayberry Creekview game is out.
Okay. Oh, so that's a playoff game now then.
Yep.
Creekview was a quarterfinalist last year in 6A, so not making the playoffs this year will surely be a disappointment to the Grizzlies. I don't know if it's etched in stone yet, man, for Dakota, because Lanier is undefeated in that region in 6A. So we try to avoid Dakota or Lanier if you in that region, right, Harrison, Alatoona.
Right, and Dalton can still get a home playoff game if they beat Alatoona this Friday night. That's going to be a huge game up in Dalton. Yeah, it's going to be a big game. Dalton with 2 games remaining, still trying to lock up a spot. So is it all said and done that Harrison and Alatoona have wrapped up the 1 and 2 seed? No, because I think Dalton can beat Alatoona and still get the 2 due to the tiebreaker if they win game 10.
Okay. All right.
I think they're only a game behind Alatoona right now in the standings.
All right. In 7-5A, it's really all but done with the seedings in the region. Carrollton will be the number 1 seed. Rome will play Villa Rica this weekend and probably beat Villa Rica soundly. Villa Rica is one of the worst teams in the region. Shout out to my boy Corey Nix, former Gordon Central High School coach. But Rome will probably be the 2 seed. Kell will probably be the 3, and Hiram got Kell this week, got Carrollton next week, will probably be the number 4 seed out of the region. Yeah,
Hiram still has a couple of games to play where they could make some noise, but I didn't see anything from them Friday night that makes sense.
Yeah, I had that game Friday night, and Rome pretty much dominated that game from the start to finish. It kind of looked like the Alabama-Arkansas game Saturday night. From start to finish, Rome dominated that contest. Now, the teams that Rome in that region could be facing in the first round is not really known for its football. That's the Lithonia region. That is, I think Arabia Mountain is in that region, or Columbia.
Yeah, I think the 1 seed in that region right now is Southwest DeKalb.
Southwest DeKalb.
Columbia. Who else is in there? Lithonia.
I think Lithonia, Arabia Mountain. I think that's the region Rome will be playing. But second round, and we've talked about it before, Rome could be on the road to Warner Robins as a second round game. Yeah. You know what I went? Hey, GHSA, listen to me. I know you're getting rid of the power ratings. That's cool. But what you should do is bring the power ratings back in the playoffs. Let's number teams 1 through 32, and let's get the best matchups.
Yeah,
that's that Rome Warner Robins matchup, man. You know that could be that's a semifinal type matchup.
Yeah, I'm still an old school fan of the North versus South. I wish North would play all the way until the game 15. I don't think North and South should meet second round.
I'm cool with that too. Yeah, meeting in the second round, man. It's a lot of traveling. Y'all say y'all for the kids, but that Rome Warner Robins game, that's gonna be nobody can go to school that day if you Rome.
No,
that's an all day thing. All right, let's get into this clock. This I don't even know what to call 6-4A. I don't even try to explain it. I know right now Ridgeland, Pickens, Heritage, Northwest, seems to be the 4 teams. Is it clear to say that Gilmer, Lafayette, and Southeast out of the race?
Lafayette still has a chance to get in. If Lafayette beats Pickens Friday night and then beats Gilmer week 10, Lafayette is your number 4 seed.
Wow.
And Pickens is out.
So who is like the front runner for the region championship right now?
Front runner is Northwest Whitfield. If Northwest Whitfield wins out, they'll win the region. Okay. But if Northwest loses to Heritage week 10, the Panthers will be your number 1 seed.
So Region will be number 1, Northwest will be number 2.
That right now is your only 2 teams that have a chance to win the region.
So Heritage
is locked. Heritage, Ridgeland, and Northwest are locked. It's Pickens and Lafayette that are battling for that number 4 spot, and they play Friday night.
Yeah. That's a big game. So y'all go to Lafayette and check that out. That's a.
Right, Pickens.
Is that Pickens?
Yeah. I'm going up there to watch that game. First time in Pickens County High School, man. I'm excited. I heard they serve pinto beans and cornbread in the concession stand.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
Are you gonna bring me something back?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Because I'll be right around the corner, kind of. I'll be at Southeast against Northwest.
Okay.
So are you gonna bring me some pinto beans?
Yeah, I'll bring
and
some pinto.
That's pretty good, man. Yeah. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. I'm kind of hungry now. Just thinking about it. That's pretty good. Anyway, 6A, they will be matched up with 6A. 6-4A will be matched up with 8-4A. And 8-4A, if I'm not mistaken, is I think it's the Madison County region.
Oconee, North Oconee.
Oconee, North Oconee. Those 2 teams have yet to play each other.
They play this Friday, man, which will determine the 1 and 2 seed in that region.
Yeah, Oconee and North Oconee will do battle to see who wins that region. In 5-4A, last week, and I picked y'all Cedartown. Last week, Cedartown defeated Troop 15-8. Kobe Pryor. I finna say Kobe Bryant. Kobe Pryor. I'm
double.
Basketball mode, man. Kobe Pryor had 2 touchdowns against Troop. So right now it's looking like Cartersville will be the number 1 seed. The Cedartown Sandy Creek winner will be the number 2 seed. And the loser will be the 3 seed. My question to you: Central Carrollton plays Troop this weekend, I think. The winner of that game pretty much locks up the 4 seed.
Yep, 4. Yep.
Okay. Now, the teams that Cedartown, Sandy Creek, Cartersville will be playing in the playoffs first round. It's one of the toughest regions in football. Blessed Trinity, Denmark, Marist, I think Flowery Branch.
Yep.
Woo! This is what I'm talking about by the power ratings when they need to go to power ratings when it comes.
How about the 4 games you would have right now if everything worked out like it's supposed to?
Yeah, if they played right now today, who would it be?
You would have Denmark going to Cartersville.
Woo!
Flowery Branch going to Sandy Creek.
Goodness gracious.
Your Bulldogs will be going to Blessed Trinity and Troop County at Marist.
Wow.
I mean,
and you say that's first round?
First round.
Boy.
I mean, Troop started the season out number 2, man. Marist is the number 1 ranked team in some polls now. So.
Wow, boy. All right. How many, just by what you just said, how many wins do you see coming from Region 5-4A?
I mean,
do you think Cartersville can survive?
I would like to see them split 2-2, you know.
Woo!
That's the best case scenario, 2-2, but it's going to be tough.
Well, still got 2 weeks left in the season. Which side it plays out? Region 6, 3A. It's pretty much a lock that we've known for a couple of weeks. North Murray be the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
big game going down this weekend with Calhoun and Harrison County. The winner will be the number 2 seed.
I have to give a big shout out to you though, man. Last week you mentioned Lakeview, Fort Oglethorpe. I hadn't thought about Lakeview all year long, you know. Hey, they pretty much locked up the 4 seed. All they had to.
So they defeated Sonoraville last week, right?
Sonoraville, yep.
So right now it's looking like North Murray 1, Harrison Calhoun winner 2, Harrison Calhoun loser 3, and LFO 4.
LFO 4, yeah.
So what about like Sonoraville and Nadasville?
Well, what happens is North Murray has to win 1 more game. They've got LFO and Sonoraville at the end of the season. They need 1 more win to clinch. Then Calhoun and Harrelson, I mean, that's pretty easy 2 and 3 right there. Lakeview, Fort Oglethorpe needs Sonoraville to lose a game for them to clinch the 4th spot. And Sonoraville has Cuhulla Creek this week, but then they play North Murray week 10.
Yeah.
And according to the GHSA power rankings right now, Sonoraville would be your at-large team.
They'd be the at-large team.
They'd be on their way to Savannah to play somebody, Jenkins
or Benedictine or something like that.
Adairsville needs Lakeview and Sonoraville both to go 0-2 for them to get in.
To get a region berth or a large berth?
To get a 4 spot.
Okay.
That means Cuhulla would have to beat Sonoraville this weekend.
Don't think that's gonna happen.
So I think Adairsville is just hoping for that 5 at large, you know.
Let me tell y'all, it's a kid out of Sonoraville named Blade Bryant, man, that just been flying under the radar. He's a stud. Brady Lackey, the quarterback up there, they're getting some things done up there, man. Sonoraville. Coach Denver Pate, man, has really got himself something, and I think all these boys are sophomores and juniors at Sonoraville. Brady Lackey will be back next year for the Phoenix. So, you know, and if Sonoraville get that at large berth, Savannah area football is not the greatest brand of football. Don't be surprised if Sonoraville could make a run. Because some of those South Georgia teams are just not that good.
No.
I mean, let's just be honest about it. Some of those South Georgia teams are playing in regions where they win the region, but it's a lackluster region. Sonoraville could make a run.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see, man, because I like the Phoenix. Lackey, I mean, I like all those guys up there.
5-2A, it's Callaway. Then you got Heard County and Bremen, Lamar County.
You know, it's pretty.
Temple, break down 5-2A.
Yeah, it's pretty set there. You know, Callaway the 1. They've clinched the 1. You've got Bremen and Heard next week for what I think will be 2 and 3, and then Temple and Lamar next week for the 4 spot. Simple.
And the Temple Lamar County game would be the season finale. Now they're matched up, ironically, with 7AA, which is the region Rockmart, Pepperell. So right now, if the playoffs were today, how would 5AA, and 7AA match up?
You would have Chattooga going to Callaway, Model going to Bremen. You'd have Heard going to Pepperell, and Lamar County going to Rockmart.
Okay. And speaking of 7AA, I think it's pretty much set in stone, the 4 teams going to the playoffs. The Model convincing win over Gordon Central last year. Coach Honeycutt may be our coach of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's getting Model to the playoffs first time in 3 years.
Model's playing at Coosa this Friday night, and if they can win that game, they've clinched the 3 spot heading into the playoffs.
Shout out, man, to Coach Honeycutt out there at Model, man. He really turning some things around out there. They can make some noise.
Yep.
The whole region, you know, according to who you draw,
the only way Model does not make the playoffs is if Gordon Central beats Rockmart this Friday night. Do you see that happening?
Moving on to Region 6, 1A. And I've said it week in and week out. The big game this weekend is the toughest region probably in Class 1A. Next to the region with Irvin, with Wilcox County and Clinton County and Charlton County, 6-1AA is the best region in 1A. Darlington has one more team to take care of this week. That's Norfolk Christian. Is it set in stone that Darlington is the sub-region winner?
Yeah, it is set in stone that Darlington is the sub-region winner. I tell you, the game that's going to be exciting is next Friday when they host Fellowship. I don't know if they host them or they go there.
Well, I think what Fellowship has to beat Whitfield Academy first.
Yeah, that's going to be whoever wins that game.
And I think Fellowship is undefeated too, right?
Yep.
Could have 2 9-0 teams here next week. Darlington.
The last poll I saw had Darlington at 4 and Fellowship at number 5. So I mean that'd be an epic battle.
And both of those teams, from what I'm hearing, Lawrence, have pretty much locked up a bye in a first playoff game in the round of 16, right?
Yep. Darlington, Christian Heritage, and Bowden right now would all get byes in the first round.
Bowden? Oh yeah, Bowden.
Bowden's 6-2 right now. I mean they lost to 2 top 5 teams, so they're still hanging in there at number 8, I think, in the public poll.
What does the playoff rankings look like for the rest of the teams in 6-1AA? Trine, Christian Heritage, Gordon Lee. I saw something Gordon Lee.
Yeah, they
have a chance to get in.
Yeah, Gordon Lee beat Mount Zion the other night in that makeup game from the one that got rained out Friday. And the last power poll I saw had them in at number 24.
Wow, just
which is the final spot. And they play Christian Heritage, I think, Friday night. Is that who they play?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to have a pretty good showing if they want to keep that number 24 spot.
Now, for those of you that don't know how the rankings and ratings work in 1A football, in Class 7A to 2A, it takes 32 teams, 8 regions, the 4 best teams per region. With the exception of AAA, there's a region that has 4 teams. They only take the top 3, and they get an at-large team, which is the next best team in AAA to get that berth. But in 1A, 1A is a little different. 1A is separated in public and in private schools. They had a big to-do about this a couple of years ago. They separated, and now public has their own state championship, private have their own state championship. But they only take 24 teams. They don't take 32 teams. Region champs automatically get in, and teams are ranked. I mean, it's kind of like college football. Teams are ranked to get into the playoffs. So they only take 24 in 1A. 24 teams in public, 24 teams in private, and they play separate state championships, which they move on to the Dome, well, Georgia State or whatever. So when he said 24, Class A only takes 24 teams in its playoff. We're gonna talk to some Unity Christian people here in a minute. We're gonna see what word they got to say about some good 8-man football, and then we're gonna get into the prediction center. I'm gonna put my Halloween costume on when it's time for predictions. So we'll see y'all in a minute. We're gonna get with Unity Christian here and talk some football, 8-man football. Back here on Friday nights in Northwest Georgia, Mike Atwater. I'm with a bunch of Lions right here, Unity Christian Lions, 10-0, and looking to win a state championship, bring back to Rome. Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
I'm Drew King, I'm a quarterback, and I'm a junior.
I'm Bailey Moeller, I'm a defensive end.
Pull it up.
I'm Bailey Moeller, I'm a defensive end, and I'm a sophomore.
My name's John Nance, and I'm a wide receiver, and I'm a sophomore.
My name's Caleb Thompson. I'm a sophomore, and I play running back and linebacker.
Now, guys, talk about this season. 10-0. You got an opportunity. You got a bye before you start the playoffs. Before you start into the semifinal round. Talk about how this season has been a magical season for you.
Yes, sir. It's been exciting for sure. Getting to be on the field with this great group of guys. We've been working hard. Just ready to play 2 weeks from now and get our minds straight for that game.
Now, John Nance, I do something, and y'all check it out, Rome Elite Sports Center. I do something every Monday called Players of the Week. And you don't know this, but it's been several times you've been on the Players of the Week for your super performances.
Thank you.
Talk about what you like doing on the field, man. You like, and y'all can talk about it collectively. Yeah. You like playing offense, defense. What y'all guys like playing better? And talk about the difference of playing 8-man football and 11-man football.
Well, I personally like offense better, and
he just wants to get the girls. That's all that is, y'all. He just wants the girls. Go ahead.
8-man, it's just like 11-man, but you gotta be faster. There's less bodies on the field, more room, so you gotta be able to get to the room before anyone else can.
I don't know. I love both. I like offense, being able to get the ball, being able to score, get the end zone.
He wants the girls. That's a number. That's 2. He wants the girls.
But I love defense too. Getting to hit hard, and I just love being able to hit on defense.
I just love defense better. I like hitting the people. I like getting through there, just getting through the gap, trying to get to the quarterback, running back, whoever has the ball, trying to get there as fast as I can. I just like defense better.
And you're the quarterback, so you only play one position, correct?
That's right, yes, sir.
So you don't get hits, right? That's you.
Most of the time, we don't take hits. You know. I got my beast offensive line going for me. So
now, to the people that don't know here in Rome or Northwest Georgia, tell them what you've been doing this season. Tell them about this 10-0 season, man. Talk to the people out there that don't know about Unity Christian, that don't know about 8-man football. Tell them what you're trying to get. Talk about your season.
Well, at the beginning of the season, we all sat down and Coach passed around a card, and we would write down what one goal was for the season, and most of us wrote down just going 5-5, 6-4, just getting a winning record. But we start off the season, won our first couple games, and we're thinking we may have something amazing here. So ever since then, we've been working our tails off, trying to win as many as we can, seeing how far we can go.
I watched you guys last week. Y'all beat somebody 54-8, or the week before. It was last week.
Yes, sir.
Was it Harvester Christian or something?
Kingsway. It's Kingsway.
Whoever it was, you demolished them, and you've really been demolishing teams all season. How do you feel about your coaching staff? Don't be so nice because your coach is sitting over here.
Yeah.
Talk about your coaching staff.
Personally, I love our coaching staff, on the field and off the field. I feel like they teach us what we're supposed to do. Whether we listen or not, we should listen. But they teach us, they tell us what we're supposed to do. They're good at it, and off the field, they tell us they care about us. I believe they care about us, and they make sure our home lives are right and we're straight in our spiritual lives and our school and stuff. So I love our coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
I love them as well. I mean, they've told us many times we can sit down with them when we want, just talk to them about anything, our home life, what else, just whatever's going on with us, and they can just, I mean, it's just like having a friend. You just get to sit down, and they're there for us. It's just nice having those coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there for us all the time, but they're also there to push us to be better than we are. They're there to keep us from doing what we're not supposed to, be that little hard thing that we need to turn around, and they just strive or push us to strive to be what we need to be.
I mean, obviously they're great coaches. You can look at our season and say who's been leading us, teaching us what to do, telling us what to do, our plays, everything. It's all working out, so they're great. And home life, where they help us out, or we can sit down whenever we want. They really, truly love us.
Final thing that I want to say to you guys, man, I know y'all want to get to your locker room and get to your studies, correct? Studies? Studies, yeah.
Yes, sir.
No video games, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, good job, good answer. You see, they smart too. But the final thing that I want to say to you guys, and I want each one of you to go around and do this. There's a guy for the Dallas Cowboys named Leighton Vander Esch. There was a first-round pick that played at Boise State.
That's right.
His high school class, I think he graduated, it was 11 people.
Mm-hmm.
He played 8-man football, and now he's in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Tell college coaches out there what you plan to bring to the table so they can start coming to Unity Christian and checking you guys out.
I think it's our work ethic. This group of guys that we have here, and these four right here, our work ethic is pretty great. We get out there, we push each other, we get on each other when we do something wrong, just correct their mistakes, make sure we know what we're doing. We get bigger, faster, stronger every summer, and keep it there during the season. So our work ethic is there. I mean, that's all I got for that.
We strive to do the best. We work as a team, and we know like one player just can't win the game for us. So we try to strive to work as a team, just have good relationships, bond those friendships, and just work harder as a team. And then just stay strong, work harder.
Yeah, we have really strong work ethic, but we have the skill to go along with it. Even though we're a small team, we still have really talented people who do a lot of great things on the field.
Yeah, like he said, even though we're smaller, or our team's smaller, and we're still really talented athletes, got a bunch of talented guys, and we get good competition too. Some good big players that hit hard, and we hit them hard back, and that's about it.
So guys, I'm gonna make a deal with you. Y'all win the state championship, we're gonna have a big pep rally here.
All right.
And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do a cartwheel, and you're gonna throw me the football in the kitchen. Because I still got hands. I still got good hands, okay? Still got great hands. But, hey, man, God bless y'all, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Hey, I want that pep rally now.
That's right.
So,
that's right. We'll make
now,
it happen.
we're gonna talk to the guy with the beard. Do y'all know his name? The other guy that's coach?
Mark Ackerman, Coach Mark Ackerman.
Yeah, Coach Mark Ackerman. Do you know who that is?
I think.
Oh, he just walked in. Wow. I didn't even see him.
It's all you.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, man. What's going on, Coach?
How you doing? Thank you for having us.
Unity Christian Football, 10-0.
Yes.
Talk about this season, Coach.
Well, the boys talked a little bit about, the goals at the beginning of the year. And, we didn't have. We knew we were a young team, and so as I think it was Drew, the quarterback there, said that many of the guys said 5-5, 6-4, get to the playoffs, win the right games, win the region games was kind of the gist of of where most of the kids were. I don't think any of us thought that we might be 10-0, but the cards fell right for us. We were healthy all year long. Some of the teams that we played were banged up at the right time, and so being healthy with the smaller numbers is crucial. And so we were just blessed to get better each week, which is what coaches across the country are preaching, and I think our kids strove for that, and we got more excited week after week, and so just a fun year.
Now, a lot of people out there don't know about 8-man football, or don't know at one time before it was called GAPPS, it was GICAA.
Right. That's right.
Talk about 8-man football and the division that you play in.
Yes.
Educate the people out there.
So 8-man football is for smaller schools. When I arrived here 6 years ago, we were fielding an 11-man team, but we had 20 kids, but those were 9th through 12th. And so you're running 5 or 6 ninth graders out there playing varsity football, and that's just not healthy. These leagues develop and flourish where there are smaller schools and you're playing like-sized schools. And so we're playing private and Christian schools around the state of Georgia, also in Alabama, that are roughly our size, and that's what GAPS, Georgia Association of Private and Parochial Schools. They started 6 years ago with about 40-some schools, and now they're over 150 schools.
Wow.
And and so now there's 11-man teams and there are 8-man teams. But it's interesting you said Vander Esch, because that was prior to 4 years ago, I had never even thought about coaching an 8-man. I played high school football at a large 11-man, it's a large public school in Pennsylvania. I played a wide receiver at Gardner-Webb University, and coached 11-man for the first 16, 17 years of my coaching career. So this is it's been all new to me. But man, the teams we're playing against, they're fast, they're physical.
So there's not really a big difference. Well, I know 3 men not on the field, but as far as the competitive nature and running plays, and it's not really a big difference except for the 3 men.
So and that's a great question. So the big difference, technically, you have 2 less people on the line and 1 less in the backfield. So there's your technical difference. But as far as the difference in larger teams, the vast majority of our guys are smaller. They're not. Our linemen aren't 6'5" and 300 pounds. We don't have massive 6'4" receivers. Although we do have really good athletes, and so that's one of the keys to our success this year, is that we've been able to spread the field and get the ball in space to athletes. So it's almost more like 7-on-7 with pads. As you said, the competitive nature, it's still there. Go watch a 7-on-7 game and watch how competitive that is, right?
Yeah.
But it is with pads, still 120-yard field, 40 yards wide instead of 53.3. So it's 40 yards, so it's a little thinner. But there's, as one of the guys said, there's a lot of space out there. Go ahead.
Talk about, my bad, Coach. Talk about your coaching staff, man. You can't get to this point being 10-0 without a phenomenal coaching staff. Talk about your coaches. Shout out your coaches right now.
Yeah, so, at small schools, a lot of times it's really hard to find quality coaches. And so, sometimes you're getting dads to fill in or whatever. We have some dads that are on the staff, no question, but they're knowledgeable. I'll give you a couple examples. Sam Mumpower, who's an endodontist here in town. His son goes here and he plays for us, Samuel Mumpower. But he was a collegiate player and a collegiate coach. He played at Lees McRae. He blew out his knee and he coached on their staff for a couple years before he went to dental school. So, having somebody like that as my defensive coordinator is awesome.
Yeah.
To have him just here at the school and say, "Hey, coach, how can I help out?" Well, he's forgotten more football than a lot of people know.
Yeah.
So and he's one of the reasons, if you see the scores week in and week out, we're not giving up a lot of points.
No.
And it's because of him.
Blowing out a lot of people too.
And I'll give you another example. I used to coach down in Southwest Florida in Fort Myers, and a young man walked in my office 2 years ago and said, "Hey, coach, I want to help out any way you can in whatever sport." He had played college basketball and had coached a little bit of football. And I said, "Well, tell me about your football coaching." Well, he had coached at Riverdale High School, which is a 5A high school down in Fort Myers, which was just a few miles from where I was coaching, and we were there at the same time. So there's a 5A coach that just walks in my door to say, "Hey, I'll help out any way I can," So, and he was coaching linebackers down there. So just an incredible blessing. And then they're also men of God, and so obviously that's important to us here at Unity, because we are a Christian school, and so we are trying to teach a whole lot more than just sports.
Where do you all play your games at? I know I'm an official, and I know y'all used to play at Shorter. Y'all still playing at Shorter?
So we are, and currently we're playing at Shorter's practice field, which is Ben Brady Field up there on the hill.
Yeah.
So we'd like to have some more stands. We'd like to have a home and away side, because they have just on that one side. But to have a turf field for an 8-man team it's incredible. And I'll give you our last home game. It rained the entire day and the day before, and we go up there and we're able to play. It rains the whole game, and we're able to play with no issues. And it's the blessing of playing on blessing of playing on a turf field. And a huge shout out to Shorter for allowing us to get back on that field and play up there.
Now, Coach, let's talk about your playoff bracket. You got a bye. You made it to the semifinal round.
Yeah.
Talk about potential opponents. And I know you don't want to look too much ahead to November the 9th.
Right.
State championship game, but talk about your road to a title.
Yeah, so we've got a tough one. We played earlier in the year Peachtree Academy, and we beat them. We beat them by 30. But so people are saying, "Hey, look, you guys are going to roll." Well, it looks like that'll be the team that makes it through to our round, and we host them here. Now, Peachtree, when we played them, their two best players were not on the field. One of them had a broken arm, and he's back, and he is their Mike backer and fullback, and they have a massive defensive end and tackle that is just a huge human being that pushes people around. And so, as you saw, we're not big on size. We have kind of some smaller athletes that are running around and getting in space. So we have our hands full when they show up here in a couple weeks. Now they have to play Horizon Christian Academy, but we feel like that they'll probably top Horizon, and it will end up with Peachtree. On the other side of the bracket, Rock Springs played Peachtree 3 weeks ago, and it was an overtime game, and Rock Springs beat them by 2 points. So my guess is on that side of the bracket, Rock Springs will be the team that comes. Both of those teams are big. Both of those teams are physical. We like to spread it out, play a little finesse ball, and just hit the open spaces. And of course, Drew King has been having an incredible year with 30-plus touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. They like to just pound it and get physical. And so, two completely different styles. Hopefully, we can get ahead of them and make them chase us.
Now, final question, Coach. I want you to tell these college coaches. I want you to tell Rome. I want you to tell Northwest Georgia why Unity Christian is what they are, and the support and love you get from this community, and just brag about your program. Brag about your school for me.
A lot of people don't give 8-man football any credit. I mean, it's just just because of there's kids that are smaller, and it's a smaller number. And what I would say to those people is just come out and watch a game. Because if you've ever seen an 8-man game and to see how exciting it is, and to see how fast-paced it is, It's a little bit more like arena ball.
Yeah.
If you've ever gone to an arena
Yeah.
game, and I had the privilege of coaching that a number of years ago when I was in grad school down in Miami, and that is a fast-paced, incredible game. What I would tell college coaches when they coach is no, we're not naive. We know that many of our kids are undersized and they're not going to play college ball, but they are going to go be doctors and lawyers, you know, and businessmen and women in the community when you graduate from Unity, which we're excited about that. But we do have a couple kids that can go play, and so as a matter of fact, Caleb Thompson that was here, the sophomore. He is an incredibly physical kid, and he's got a lot of growing to do too. And I think that he's got potential. So I do the same thing that I did when I coached 11-man, is we call coaches and say, hey, we'd love for you to get on the huddle and look at our guy because we think this guy has potential. Coach Konchesky over at Barry, we had one of our guys on the field over there with them last year, Jansen Slaughter. Played for us and had an incredible couple of year run here and went over there and played, but now he's shifted from football to the WinShape program and he's working over there with that, so he's not playing football. But we've got some really talented kids. Again, not all of our kids are going to play college, but listen, at what school here in town are a bunch of kids going to play, right?
Exactly.
Most kids have a small handful that might, right?
True.
And the vast majority of kids aren't, right? And so, but we feel like we have a few that are talented enough to do that. And so, and then the benefit of us is, you know, like I said, I mean, a great education here at Unity, where when our kids graduate, they are all going to college. And so, you know, some of them, hopefully in the near future, they'll be on football scholarship. We've got a couple running track right now. We got a young lady that's at Georgia State that's playing soccer. She's on a full ride over there at playing soccer. So that's our first D1 student athlete from here at Unity.
Well, Coach, man, you know I referee basketball. I see you doing basketball season, but I'm hoping to get back here in a couple of weeks when you are the GAPUCPCS
GAPS.
state champion.
GAPPS.
It's too many letters going on. But we hoping to come back in a couple of weeks, man, and you're a state champion, man. Keep doing it.
Hey, I want to see that cartwheel. Huh?
You win it, Coach. I'm gonna do a cartwheel at a pep rally.
That will be awesome.
So, man, we behind you, Coach.
Thank you.
We coming to show you some love. 10-0 season. Hey, it's only one other team in this town that's undefeated. That's Darlington. So 10-0.
That's a good football program.
Man, yeah, and this is impressive, man. So regardless if it's 8-man, 10-man, whatever, to be undefeated, that's great.
Thank you.
So we behind you all the way, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Lawrence, you're gonna do the cartwheel with me as well. We're gonna do cartwheels together. So we'll be back with our predictions in a minute. Here with Coach Matt, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Man, no problem.
Hey, we're back here, give our predictions for the weekend. I've got Michael Jackson here with me.
Young Michael Jackson.
A younger Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this is younger. I'm Michael Jackson when I was with the Jackson 5.
All right, let's get rolling, man. You got some games for us, Mike?
Yeah, you want to talk to Mike Atwater or Michael Jackson?
I prefer Atwater.
Just beat it. Oh, that's not, I'm sorry. Listen.
Thriller.
Yes, that's my song, Thriller.
What games we got, Michael?
We have on tap Alatoona at Dalton. The winner will be a number 2 seed in the playoffs.
I like Alatoona by 3.
They're playing at Dalton, though.
Playing at Dalton.
Well, I guess I got to agree with you sometime. Alatoona by 10.
Okay.
Sequoia at Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah, I'm going with Harrison in that one. A big game, you mentioned it earlier. Sprayberry at Creekview.
I'm going with Creekview at home by a touchdown.
Yeah, Creekview by 14. Hiram at Kale.
Kale.
Yeah, Kale big in this one as well. Rome Villa Rica.
Rome
wins that game, number 2 seed in the region, 7-5A. Playoff.
Thriller.
Yeah. Ridgeland at Gilmer.
I'm gonna go Ridgeland. It's gonna be a close game by 8.
Southeast at Northwest. I cannot comment on this game. I'm the official in this contest. We're gonna let Mr. Lawrence. This is the older Michael Jackson. I'm the younger.
Yeah,
Michael.
I'm a Michael Jackson's dad today.
Yes, Joe Jackson.
But I'm going Northwest by 20. Hey, do we get to see a moonwalk later? That's my only question.
The young Michael.
He didn't do the moonwalk?
I didn't do the moonwalk then. I was with the Jackson 5. The game that you said had some playoff implications. Lafayette and Pickens.
I think it's going to be a shootout. Pickens by 3.
My upset pick of the week. Lafayette will upset Pickens. Lafayette 21, Pickens 20. That's my upset pick of the week, dog.
I'm not saying I hope Lafayette wins, but I hope it's a good game because I'm going to be there Friday night.
Some other games with playoff implications. Hurd County at Lamar County.
Hurd.
Yeah, I'm going Hurd. Hurd will probably be, the number 2 seed in the region?
It'll come down next week, Bremen and Hurd. Battling head to head. Bremen looks good right now.
Ringo at Adairsville.
Adairsville.
And that's Adairsville that ends the regular season, so they just
Waiting.
got to wait to play the waiting game now.
They're going to be sitting there Friday night hoping Coahulla can beat Sonoraville.
And speaking of that, Sonoraville at Coahulla Creek.
Sonoraville.
Yeah, I'm going Sonoraville as well. North Murray, LFO. Any chance North Murray could be upset by LFO?
I think there's a chance. They're going to LFO, but I'm going to stick with North Murray. I mean, to win their first region football title.
Yeah, I'm going with North Murray, man. I'm still riding the Ladd train and the Tidwell train. They got a nice defense. I'm right with North Murray. I think North Murray, man, can make some noise in the state playoff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Calhoun at Harrison County. Just saying this game years ago, you never would have thought this game would have any kind of playoff implication. But the winner of this game will get a number 2 seed. I like Calhoun. 21, Harrison County 14.
I like Calhoun too by a touchdown, but man, it's going to be a heck of a game down there. You know, we went to Harrelson a couple of weeks ago, and that's one of the best places to watch a high school football game I've been to the last 3 years.
Central Carrollton at Troop. The winner is in. Loser is in trouble.
Man, upset pick of the week.
Tell him Joe Jackson.
Ow! I'm going Central Carrollton 27, Troop 21.
I'm going Troop. I'm going Troop 31, Central Carrollton 14.
Okay.
17 point. Darlington has to hit the road and go play North Cobb Christian.
Darlington by 3 touchdowns.
Well, North Cobb Christian's a pretty good team now. They 6-2 and going to make the Class A private school playoffs. I still like Darlington, but I'm going Darlington 38, North Cobb Christian 21.
Okay.
And our game of the week, and it's a big game. It's going to be in Tyrone, Georgia, which is the home of Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek lost to Cartersville a couple of weeks ago in the shootout, 52-42. Cedartown has won 3 of their last 4 games, have all but locked up a playoff spot. This game is for the number 2 seed. They moved Jaden Johnson, the quarterback, and they running behind that Kobe Pryor. C.J. Washington has been a man on defense. Sandy Creek's got some studs too. What you think?
Oh, yeah. There's absolutely nothing more
I'll be there.
There's absolutely nothing more I'd like to do than pick Cedartown, but I mean, Sandy Creek has too much talent, Michael Jackson, and
What you say?
Sandy Creek by 7.
Sandy Creek by 7? Oh man, so you put me on the spot. My hometown.
Well, we've already had the upset pick of the week. You got 2 in you this week?
Oh man. Sandy Creek 30, Cedartown 12.
Okay.
I ain't ready to go to Cedartown this week, huh?
Nah, you might want to stay out until after the football season's over.
Man.
But if you do, you can wear that Michael Jackson wig, and I don't think anybody know you.
I don't think they will either.
Yeah, you can just,
Where's Tito?
You can just moonwalk into town.
I know I can. Do you want to close the show while I sing a song?
Yeah, let's how about it dancing while I close the show?
Young Mike didn't dance.
Okay.
Joe Jackson might hit me, so I didn't.
All right, hit it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Thanks for watching Friday Night Lights, and we will be back with you next Friday night from who knows where. Not sure if I'm gonna be alone or if I'm gonna be with Michael Atwater or Michael Jackson.
You're not alone. I am